mentioned on your last episode of Talking Manhattan that you actually purchased, was it October of 2001?
Yeah, I signed a contract after 9/11. I was a trader back then. You know, that was scary, and I did that because not so much that I knew that it was a great time to buy. I knew that the market was hit, and I knew that there was 9/11. I knew there was a lot of risks there, and I was very scared to do it. I did it because I found a great property. I did it because I was looking for a certain type of property. I was looking for a property with outdoor space. I bought it at the Terrace 2M, 245 East 93rd Street. It had this large terrace, and it was just the right apartment for me at the right time with this attribute that I was looking for and I couldn't find. And I knew I was holding it for a while, at least 5 years. So for me, it was just, all right, can I deal with this risk? And it was tough. You know, when you buy, when there's blood on the streets, there's high risk, but there's high reward. You know, and the risk is you're going to have to deal with these headlines and, oh, my God, did I hit the bottom? And you're never going to hit the bottom. Or could I bought 5% lower? Or, oh, my God, what's going to happen? But I knew I wasn't trading this. I wasn't trading this next year. I wasn't trading this in 2 years. I knew I was holding this asset. So it was scary, and buildings were being evacuated back then. And I was like, oh, God, what did I do? So, like, now it's similar because you're going to wake up and there's going to be more cases. Like, that's the thing. We all know this. Everything's shut down. Economic numbers are going to be brutal. A lot of layoffs are coming. So all these headlines are coming. A lot of the unemployment rate's going to pop. Businesses are really getting hurt. And there's going to be a lot more cases before it goes down. So, like, that's like what lies ahead. So buyers are like, all right, do I price this into my bid? How much do I price it in? And can I deal with it? And you know what? If you find the right place and you can price this in, by the way, your deal is going to have to be virtual at this point. That's another thing. These virtual, we're about to adapt to a new reality of, okay, can we do deals virtually? I'm talking about deals that are not in contract now, that are going to be negotiated from this point forward. Yeah, absolutely. So what were people, if you can remember back then, like, was anyone telling you, like, hey, you're nuts? Why are you buying something right now? Or would you just sort of just go into that on your own and making it happen? Oh, yeah. Oh, all my friends. Oh, yeah. All my friends, my trading buddies, they all thought I was nuts. There was a couple of guys that were like, man, I wish we could have, bought 10 of these because I think it's the right time to do it. But there were more people that said you're crazy. And listen, like, that's why they say you buy when there's blood on the streets. When there's blood on the streets, no one's buying. There's no one's bidding. I mean, that kind of happened after 9/11. It happened after the credit crisis. And those people that bought at that time got some really good deals at the end of the day. That's when you get those sizable deals because there's less liquidity. And those sellers that are forced to sell, that have to sell out of whatever reason, margin calls, liquidations, they want to move, it's just their time, whatever. And they're like, I don't care what it is, I want to sell. They're going to have to hit whatever bid happens to be there at that time. Hopefully, sellers and everyone else can just wait this out. And I know it's not good for brokers. That's not what you want to hear because it's a transactional business. But, I mean, this is kind of what's happening everywhere, and it's going to be slow for a month or two. But we want to contain this in a short duration.
100%. I think it's all about, like you said, sort of living to fight another day,
Yeah.
If that's what it takes. So pretend.
And hopefully government helps. Government, hopefully fiscal side bridges that gap for everyone. That's what the hope is here.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I guess in closing, pretend for a second, I'm a buyer. I've been looking. I'm looking for the right thing. I'm going to hold for 5 to 7 years. Yeah. I'm getting all this news on my phone. The stock market's going down. What would your advice be to me, someone who's gone through this before personally?
Honestly, if you find a place that you like, that meets those needs, it has that special something, right? And you can get an additional discount. I would price this in. Price it in. I don't think you're going to get an extra 20% down, but you never know. But, I mean, if you can price in this discount at 10%, 15%, what I think is going to happen is I think what's going to mute the destruction in this is the fact that sellers are going to be unwilling to hit such low bids. And I just don't know how much volume is going to happen. So the question really is how much volume happens from this point forward, and where are those deals and where do they happen at? And we have to wait 3 to 6 months to kind of find out where they are. But those buyers that get their bid hit, again, that's going to be in a low volume situation. Now, hopefully you got a really good product. you price it correctly. You price it lower. You know, I was supposed to be priced at $1 million. I'm going to price this thing at $950. And hopefully you got a couple of people out there that recognize it and they know it. And they see a good deal and you have a quick sale. Again, That's what you want. You want the market to function.